Hey guys, Jesse here, and welcome to part 2 of my work in progress for my HG Revive Mark II custom. Since last time, I've got the waist and the legs done, as you can see here. Just went ahead and did the color scheme I had planned out here, and added some decals, obviously, and yeah, this is just what I have done so far. One thing that I think some people will notice is that the stripes here don't really match up. I never really planned for them to match up in the first place, but on my mock like drawing, they did match up simply because it was easier to draw the line that way in paint. But yeah, I know some people will point that out, but I never really planned to have them match up anyways. Um, but in any case, I think it came out really clean, really nicely done. Uh, I was working with like really awful masking tape, so I'm surprised it came out as well as it did. And I got better masking tape now. This Tamiya masking tape. I was just working with some from Michaels, like general purpose masking tape, and it doesn't stick to anything, so it was really annoying. As you can see, this wasn't a separate piece, this sort of gray here, so I had to mask that off and do my painting. Basically, the order I did was white, then masked off the white to do orange, and then masked off the sides to do gray. Whenever you're painting and you're going to do multiple colors on top of things, you just kind of have to plan out what would be easiest to mask off in what order, and that's just kind of what ended up here. Same thing for here. The top, like this entire piece here, was one skirt armor, so that gray there was masked off. So I did white, masked off the white, did the gray, then masked off uh, enough to do the stripe there. But yeah, so far it's turning out really well. I'm really liking it. The back here, um, the red and bronze here, and there's some red in there. That was all just hand painted. Same thing with the pistons here. I just went ahead and hand painted that. It came out really nice. I'll pull out the paints I use for those in a second, but again, the part separation on this kit is so nice that it's really easy to plan out a paint scheme and make it look really good. One problem I have with just the way I painted was this leg is far wide, well, not far wider, but wider than this leg. You can kind of tell. It might be hard on camera, but it's just like this one's just slightly more grayer than this one because the primer I used underneath was gray. I didn't get enough white on the right leg as much as I should have, but everything's looking pretty good. For the paints I used for the hand paint, I used this metallic, just this metallic paint that I picked up a while ago. This is just some folk art paint for the pistons in the legs. I used this brass from Vallejo and this bright bronze from Vallejo. So I just hand painted those on. For the sort of order in which I'm painting, if that makes sense, I do my primer, then my paint, and then before I was putting down a clear gloss coat, which was this just Tester's Aztec stuff, and then doing my lining, cleaning up the lining, and then using a clear matte. This stuff is actually really good top coat for airbrushes. Can go straight into the airbrush, and it comes out really nice. So, and it's pretty cheap and comes in a pretty big bottle. I know most people like to use Future Clear or other spray can top coats, but for airbrushing, I really like the Aztec, the Tester's Aztec brand. But in any case, I kind of stopped doing that because I remembered that the paint I was putting down was water based, and this panel line accent thins with like enamel thinner. So I didn't really need that clear top coat in between if I didn't rub my thinner too hard and start like rubbing off the paint. So honestly, for the legs here, all the panel lines you see in there, I didn't put that clear coat. I just did the paint, waited for it to dry overnight, did my panel line, and then cleaned it up, and it didn't strip any paint off. So They're differently based, so it didn't really have an effect there. The problem with painting things white is it gets specks and black dust all over it. But currently what I have done right now is the arm, specifically the left arm. And so here's the part of the arm that has the stripe. But I have it all painted. It's just drying right now, so the next thing I'll do is the panel lines tomorrow. But so far, that's it. Hopefully, for my next update, I'll have the arms and the backpack done, so the mobile suit will be done. And then I guess my last part will be the weapons, which I already have laid out here. I'll talk about them a little bit here, but again, the only weapons I'm doing, or accessories I should say, are is the shield, the beam rifle, and I guess the beam sabers. But I've got to fix the seam on this thing, and I'm still trying to decide on a nice color scheme for this rifle. It's got to be something that contrasts nicely with the suit. But that's all I've got for now, so thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye-bye.